waffles.
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, though you make my heart a wreck, make my heart a wreck, and you make my life a mess, make my life a mess, yes, a mess of happiness.
While other insurance companies just see a house, we see the home you've worked really hard for. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
When you're close to the people you love, does psoriasis ever get in the way of a touching moment? If you have moderate to severe psoriasis, you can embrace the chance of completely clear skin with Taltz. Taltz is proven to give you a chance at completely clear skin. With Taltz, up to 90% of patients had a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. In fact, 4 out of 10 even achieved completely clear skin. Do not use if you are allergic to Taltz. Before starting, you should be checked for tuberculosis. Taltz may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you are being treated for an infection or have symptoms, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. Inflammatory bowel disease can happen with Taltz, including worsening of symptoms. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Now's your chance at completely clear skin. Just ask your doctor about Taltz.
If you're at home asking why, we've got a guy for that.
That's right. Carl Parker looking at the atmosphere. When you get it, you're going to love it. That's well done.
Slow clap.
Use the hashtag WUTV on Twitter.
Yeah, Mom.
And this is going to be fun stuff.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
We nailed it.
Currently in our area, 90 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms likely, low 70. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 83. Chance of rain, 60%. Friday night, a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 66. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Closed captioning brought to you by IBGuard.
My abdominal pain and bloating made daily life a guessing game. Will I have pain and bloating today? My doctor recommended IBGuard to manage my IBS. Take control. Ask your doctor about non-prescription IBGuard.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. We are following severe storms right now in the 95 corridor, anywhere from Maryland all the way up through New Jersey and into southern parts of Connecticut. Let's go through some of the warnings here. Got a tornado warning to tell you about. Looks like they have extended the tornado warning that's going until, let's move it just a little farther to the east here and get a look at where this is. And so you see there are actually 2 different polygons there. The newest of them for Berks, Chester, Montgomery County going until 6:15. So still looking at some rotation in this storm, and there you see it right in there. It's not quite as well defined as it was, but right through there is where you see an area of winds moving toward the radar in green and away from the radar in that sort of grayish and darkish red color right there. That is now moving towards the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. So as we take that down to the southeast, that's going to come into Beavers Mill in the next couple of minutes here. Amity at 5:44. Colebrookdale at 5:51 and Pottstown by 5:54. Possible tornado coming your way. I'm going to circle this area and we'll look and see if there's any evidence of debris at this time. Not seeing any evidence of debris, so hopefully that means we're not looking at anything more than a mid-level circulation in that storm, but nonetheless a very dangerous storm that could very well produce a tornado. Then to the south of that, Berks and Chester, let's get a little farther south again. I need to pick this up. And this is the northern part of the Philly metro area that is under warning now. Severe thunderstorm warning. That is Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery counties under warning. You can see where this is relative to Philly. That's going to be coming right down and along the turnpike there, getting into Marple and eventually coming right into Philly. So it's going to be a tough drive on the Schuylkill in the next few minutes as that continues to drive eastward. Then you've got a very large area under warning. This is basically all of central Jersey under warning right now. Mercer, Monmouth, and Ocean counties under warning until 6:15. Some very strong storms now coming down the 195 corridor, moving along towards the east. Again, 30 miles per hour. You see where the leading edge of all that is. Let's try to outline the leading edge of these storms, see who is going to be affected by these as they move off towards the east. And that'll be coming into Marlborough, Hazlet, Middletown, as well as Lakewood and Long Branch. Possible damaging wind coming your way. 60-mile-per-hour wind is the threat with these storms. And we're also looking at the possibility of some quarter-size hail. They're moving east at 40 miles per hour. Also warning to the north of that continues until 5:45. That's Middlesex, Monmouth, and Somerset counties under warning. And as we expand the picture, you see the severe thunderstorm watch in effect for eastern parts and southeastern parts of Pennsylvania, much of Jersey right now, as well as into southeastern New York, Long Island, and up into southern parts of Connecticut. That's going until 9 o'clock. One more warning to tell you about. This is in eastern Maryland and getting into Delaware. That's Caroline, Kent, and Queen Anne's counties under warning until 6 p.m. Eastern time. Looking out for, again, possible damaging wind and hail. And there you see the corridor of potential severe weather. It's primarily going to be a wind and hail threat, but we can't rule out an isolated tornado across this region. Chris, Maria, back to you.
All right, Carl, thank you so much. So a lot of active weather. We still have our eye on the weather that could potentially be moving through this area of central Ohio. It's a live picture out of Hebron, Ohio, where, as you can see, flash flooding, a lot of heavy rain earlier today overwhelmed this community.
And right now, this video is coming to us from David Baxter. He is a storm tracker on the scene. He is also on the phone right now, and he is kind enough to join us. We've talked to him a few times already this afternoon and going into the evening hours now. Since the last time we spoke with you, David, can you give us an idea? Has anything changed? Have you noticed anything, or, you know, whether the activity that's going on around you or the weather itself? Have you noticed any changes?
I haven't seen any changes with the water level or anything like that, but we have seen about 5 or 6 additional boats go by with families coming out of the trailer park area. I have learned that it does go along that bend all the way back there pretty far, with about 50 to 60 trailer homes back there that have been inundated with water. So this whole area has definitely seen a lot of rain in a short amount of time.
And we're watching your video, your live feed right now. We see what looks like maybe some residents coming by. Have you noticed anyone being allowed to kind of go in and check on things, or they're just saying, nope, everyone's got to stay out at this point?
The only things I've been seeing is people coming out. I have not seen anybody go in to go check on anything. The fire rescuers have been bringing families out one by one about every 15 minutes.
And we've been watching some of those rescues live here on the Weather Channel, and you've been there for quite a while, David. Can you estimate about how many people have been brought out from the mobile homes across the water and to dry land?
From what I have seen, probably about 20 people, a few families here and there. Before I've gotten here, I think they'd already rescued 2 or 3 families before I had showed up to the scene. So I think about 8 or 9 families have been rescued out of these mobile homes in the last 2 or 3 hours that this has been unfolding.
And you've been our eyes and ears on the ground there right now looking at the situation. Have you heard anything about some of the other communities in that area that may also have been affected?
Yes, the Buckeye Lake area and down by Millersport also got a lot of rain in the area. Pretty much all the communities around the Buckeye Lake area have seen a short-term period of rain, 2 to 3 inches, with the storms that trained through this afternoon. And there's a lot of homes that have been inundated with some water in their yards, up against the basements of their houses. And a lot of intersections that I've seen today traveling have had water on them.
And David, right now we're looking at some video of a different rescue, a successful rescue of someone who was caught in their vehicle with water flowing past on what looks like a highway. And as you mentioned, it was the training storms, the heavy rain over a matter of hours leading to this, but also as you're from the Columbus area, it's been super wet and humid and the whole deal lately. So we're talking about some saturated ground. Can you talk a little bit about what the weather's been like for you over the past few or several days?
Yeah, in the last week, I would say really 3 to 4 days, 5 days, we've had an abundance of storms come through the Midwest area, Indiana and Ohio, where we've had just storm after storm. Temperatures have been real muggy lately with in the mid-80s, low 90s range, and that humidity that those storms are bringing in is just allowing these storms to dump more and more rain on the same areas, getting hit night after night. And again, today hit 2 to 3 hours in a similar area where we had these storms train over the Buckeye Lake area in Hebron, Ohio today, and it led to more flooding in this area.
And unfortunately, we do have more rain potential here in the next few hours. So, David Baxter, thank you so much. We'll keep an eye on your feed there, and we appreciate your time checking in with us. And stay safe. As we mentioned, there's more rain in the forecast for overnight tonight.
And for a closer look at that, let's go to storm specialist Carl Parker, who's standing by.
Yeah, we are still watching severe storms right now across a good part of the Northeast. And here's a look at the tornado warning that has been issued. This is for the Pottstown area, Berks, Chester, and Montgomery counties. Warning going until 6:15. Looking at the velocity data, it's not quite as well formed. There's still some circulation that is showing up in this area right in there, but it's not as well formed as it once was. Nonetheless, let's time that out and see where that's going to be moving. It's going to come down into the Pottstown area. Before too long here, moving southeast or east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour, getting into Pottsgrove at 5:53 and Pottstown at about 5:57. South of that, a severe warning now for Chester and Delaware, Montgomery County. A small storm coming right down and along the turnpike, and that's going to be getting into downtown Philly before very long. Then a very large severe thunderstorm warning for Mercer and Monmouth and Ocean counties. Damaging wind, a possibility all across this area here, right along Route 9. As that moves along towards the east, it's going to be affecting a very large part of central Jersey. Well, more on this coming up in a few minutes.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees with thunderstorms in the area. Tonight, thunderstorms likely, low 70. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 83. Chance of rain, 60%. Friday night, a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 66. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Gentlemen, Beggin' Skinny Strips or Beggin' Black Label?
This too?
What a delicious dilemma! Beggin' Strips Premium Edition. With real meat as ingredient 1. Everything to your liking. Beggin' Strips Premium.
Because Beggin'!
Shop all makes, models, and colors in your neighborhood, all with worry-free ownership. Head to your neighborhood enterprise car sales and let the people who buy more vehicles than anyone shift your thinking about buying your next one.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. I don't. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate.
Sometimes I leave the seat up on purpose.
Switching to Allstate is worth it.
You're not taking these.
Hey. You're not taking those.
Whoa. You're not taking that. Come with me.
You're not taking that.
You're not taking that. You're not taking that.
Mom, I'm taking the Subaru. Don't be late.
Even when we're not there to keep them safe, our Subaru Outback will be.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Do you use catheters? Are you using the catheter that's really best for you?
Oh, yeah. For years, I'd been using one kind of catheter, and I never knew that there were other really great catheters available until Liberator sent me samples to try. If I had not tried the samples from Liberator, I might never have found the perfect catheter for me. Liberator Medical sent me a catheter that was easier for me to get out of the package. I even use them in my airplane and carry 4 or 5 and can be gone for a whole day. And now that I've found the best catheter for me, it's made my life much easier.
There are so many innovative catheters. Get the best catheter for you. Call Liberator Medical, a CR Bard company. Get your free catheter sample pack.
Call 1-800-315-7775. 1-800-315-7775.
Introducing Lean 13 from Nutrisystem. Lose up to 13 pounds in your first month, guaranteed.
Lose your first 13 pounds fast with Lean 13 from Nutrisystem.
Your 13 can turn into 20, 30, 50, even more. I'm Marie and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day plan right now and we'll rush you Lean 13. Get specially designed meals plus 1 week of new NutriCrush bars to crush cravings free. And 1 week of Turbo Shakes to bust belly bloat free.
Bye-bye, stubborn belly fat.
Plus FedEx shipping absolutely free. With Lean 13, you'll lose up to 13 pounds fast. Lose weight fast. Money back guaranteed.
Belly fat? Busted. Stubborn extra inches? Gone. Unhealthy pounds? Lose them.
Now you can improve your health and have more energy with Nutrisystem.
Your first 13 pounds? Gone.
Go online or call 1-877-498-MEAL right now and get Lean 13 with bars and shakes free.
Gotcha, Mom. But now that you're listening, did you know that Capri Sun doesn't have all the artificial stuff you think it has? Well, you do now. Get those kids some Capri Sun.
Welcome to my
The moment you realize there's nothing original about your original floors.
At Lowe's, we have all the latest flooring styles and trends at prices you can afford. Hurry into Lowe's and get wood look tiles starting at only $1.49 per piece.
Welcome back. We are still following very dangerous storms coming into the 95 corridor. Let's begin with a look at the tornado warning, which is now starting to get into the Philly exurbs. Berks, Chester, and Montgomery counties under warning until 6:15. Now, we have not seen as much rotation showing up here, sort of a broad area of rotation right in there. I think we're beginning to see this storm gust out, as we say. We've got a surge of wind coming forward right through here. And so certainly there's a damaging wind threat that's going to be coming into Pottstown. There appears to be a little less of a tornado threat at this time, but we will keep our eyes on it. And there's a brand new velocity scan. Still seeing some rotation showing up right about in there. And let's take that forward, see who that's going to be affecting in the next few minutes here. As that moves off towards the east-southeast, that'll come into the areas just north of Pottstown, near Colebrookdale, Lower Pottsgrove, Heritage Field, and Belglade as well. Possible tornado coming your way. I'm going to circle this area and we'll see if there's any debris here at this time. We have not seen any debris with this storm as of yet, and let's take a look at it, and still nothing showing up there, so hopefully that continues to be the case. Now let's take a look a little farther to the south and east. Just want to point out that we're seeing a very broad rotation that is now showing up, and not a tight one, but a very broad one. It's the tighter ones that worry us more, but that's something that we'll want to keep our eyes on. That is just northeast of Upper Providence. Another cell coming into Philly is not being warned on at this time, so no longer a concern. You can see how it really is shrinking right now. It's turning into not much of anything. Then you've got a big collection of storms, Mercer, Monmouth, Ocean counties, and that's now coming right down 195. A lot of heavy rain here too. And let's take a look at where this is going to be moving in. Leading edge of that producing some damaging wind potentially coming right towards the coast, right towards the Jersey Shore, Lakewood, Neptune, Long Branch, and Point Point Pleasant as well. And in addition to the severe threat, you've got a flash flood warning that is now in effect for Mercer as well as Middlesex and Monmouth counties going until 8:30 tonight, as we have had rainfall rates of 2 inches per hour with some of these storms. So heads up on potential flash flooding there. Got some stronger winds coming in the north end of Long Island that's not being warned on right now, but some gusty winds, sub-severe winds as we say. There is now a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Long Island as well as into much of Jersey and southeastern parts of Pennsylvania. It's going until 9 o'clock. Also, we've been watching a storm here in eastern Maryland coming into Delaware, moving towards Dover, Caroline, Kent, and Queen Anne's counties under warning until 6 p.m. Maria, Chris, over to you.
All right, Carl, thank you so much. And we are going to continue to watch some of the showers and thunderstorms fire up here into the northeast, and just checking quickly on some of the airports. Obviously, the roadways are being greatly affected by the thunderstorms, but starting to see some of the departure and the arrival delays affect airports like Philadelphia, experiencing departure delays on average of about 40 minutes. So getting there is one thing, and then trying to get in the air or out of the air here is another thing.
Yeah, and looking at the Northeast, even without warnings, the nature of these storms and this rain is extremely heavy, and the timing for this is awful. You're seeing some of the heavy rain there on Long Island. The LIE is going to be a mess at times. You know, it doesn't take much at the wrong amount of time. I mean, at times, right now it is. Maria has the traffic pulled up right here, and it's not a good deal. It's just one of those days. You're going to have to just kind of bear it. And if you're planning on going from New York to Boston on 95, maybe have dinner first or something.
Right. And of course, the storms lining up with the New Jersey Turnpike, 195, 295 in New Jersey. And of course, you have the PA Turnpike as well as the Northeast Extension outside of Philly, all impacted. So a rough evening ahead, and something that we'll be keeping an eye on. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm only in my 60s. I've got a nice long life ahead, big plans. So when I found out Medicare doesn't pay all my medical expenses, I got a Medicare supplement insurance plan.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you may know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare supplement insurance plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare supplement insurance plans, it could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call now to request your free decision guide.
I've been with my doctor for 12 years. Now I know I'll be able to stick with them.
You'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. See why millions of people have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP. Don't wait. Call now.
The Weather Channel's hit series is back. Top 10 takes the biggest and baddest storm.
It's unthinkable.
The wildest weather ever experienced.
Unbelievable.
And puts them in order of awesomeness.
There's no telling what's going to happen.
If Mother Nature made it, our meteorologists rank it.
So I'm in shock. I can't believe this happened.
All of a sudden, you could be totally caught off guard.
Catch weather's top 10 unlucky locations. Sunday night at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees with thunderstorms in the area. Tonight, thunderstorms likely, low 70. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 83. Chance of rain, 60%. Friday night, a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 66. Here's our 7-day outlook.
That looks terrible.
Hey there! Gorilla Clear Repair.
Of course.
For a clear fix, try Clear Repair Tape.
While you were fixing the grill, I repaired my book, your phone screen, the car taillight, and the kids' inflatable jump house.
For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Gorilla Glue. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates, points for free nights, instant rewards, and a $10 gift card with every night. Rewards points never expire. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Now at Men's Warehouse, celebrate our summer sale with buy one, get one free. Build your summer wardrobe with suits, shorts, polos, and more at one of our over 700 stores. Men's Warehouse, you're gonna like the way you look.
One laugh, and hello, sensitive bladder. So I tried Always Discreet. I didn't think protection this thin could work, but the super absorbent core turns liquid to gel. So it's out of sight and out of mind. Always Discreet for bladder leaks.
The bathroom. When things go wrong here, you remember. Quilted Northern is designed to work so well, you can forget your bathroom trips. But Little Miss Puffytail can never forget. The only thing worse than having such large ears is having such large eyes.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle, dependable relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and Dulcoes for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night.
Hold on, Dad. Liberty did what?
Yeah, Liberty Mutual 24-hour roadside assistance helped him to fix his flat so he could get home safely.
My dad says our insurance doesn't have that. Don't worry, I know what a lug wrench is, Dad. Is this a lug wrench?
Maybe. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I won this 55-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com.
I got this $1,200 computer for $100.71.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. At DealDash.com, you can save up to 99%, but hurry, everything must go.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-300-7112 or go to Mesobook.com.
101 Dalmatians, good. And 101 degrees, bad.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6.
Back, we are following severe storms right now in the Northeast. A number of warnings to tell you about, including a tornado warning in southeastern Pennsylvania. This is getting into the Philly exurbs here. This is looking at Berks and Chester and Montgomery counties. Tornado warning until 6:15. As we look at the velocity data, it's not a real strong area of circulation. The area of circulation is now right there just north of Pottstown, and that is now moving off towards the east-southeast. Let's track it out just to see where it's going to be headed in the next few minutes. It's going to be coming towards Belglade here, lower Pottsgrove, and also getting into Ron's in the longer term if it continues to show circulation there. I'm going to circle this and see if there's any evidence of debris. We have not seen that at all thus far, and we continue to not see any evidence of debris. But a dangerous storm nonetheless. Certainly a lot of very strong wind coming in with that. Then just southeast of that, severe thunderstorm warning for Bucks and Montgomery County. That's going until 6:30. Got a big cell now coming into Montgomery as we speak. Then a whole collection of storms. It's really beginning to congeal into one big complex. That's Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties under warning until 6:15. If you are on the Jersey Shore, it is going to get ugly real fast. Got some very strong wind coming in, along with a lot of very heavy rain. Let's time that out, and that's going to be moving into Lakewood here at 5:56, Tinton Falls near the top of the hour, Long Branch at 6:09, and Point Pleasant at 6:10. 60-mile-per-hour wind is the threat, but there's also a terrific amount of rain with these storms. We've had rainfall rates of 2 inches per hour, so Mercer, Middlesex, Monmouth County's under warning until 8:30 there in the central part of Jersey. Extending farther north, severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Long Island and southern Connecticut, southeastern New York. Also watch in effect for much of Jersey and southeastern Pennsylvania going until 9 p.m. We have also been watching a severe storm in eastern Maryland, Caroline, Kent, Queen Anne's counties. It's also into Delaware. It looks like that is beginning to weaken a little bit as it makes its way towards Dover. Another huge story today has been the tremendous heavy rain across Ohio and the flooding there. We've had a huge area of tropical moisture, very deep tropical moisture, about twice what we typically see at this time of the year. And so a large area of 3 to 5 inches of rain, which is not an incredible amount of rain. But the problem is that you've got saturated ground here. We just got so much rain in recent weeks that the ground is absolutely full of water. There you see all the rain that occurred in the last 12 hours. And now, unfortunately, we've got more on the way. Another collection of storms that was being picked up in our high-resolution modeling now coming towards Columbus. It's not going to be the same level of rain that we saw in the last 12 hours, but it's certainly not going to help. And here's the model forecast going forward. You see that cluster coming through, and then you've got more development off to the west in Indiana. And what's left of that is also going to be coming through central parts of Ohio, even into late tonight. It's going to slow the recession of that floodwater there. And then finally, overnight tonight, things may begin to dry out just a bit through parts of the Ohio Valley. Let's hope so, because they certainly do need a break there. Maria, Chris, back to you.
Could not agree more. Absolutely, Carl. Thank you.
All right, here's a look at the Northeast and the visible satellite. This is GO-16 showing reflected light back into space, and you can really see some of the vertical development of the clouds, kind of the cauliflower-looking portion of the clouds around Connecticut and parts of central Pennsylvania, just south of Williamsport as well. Some of the convection or the thunderstorms that we're seeing right now.
And that's the science awesomeness of it, right?
Absolutely.
The beauty of it. But underneath those clouds, boy, it's a rough evening drive in much of the Northeast, from Philadelphia to New York, Hartford, seeing those showers and thunderstorms and flash flooding as a result. Also, keep in mind that severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock Eastern time. It does mean watch for conditions that are favorable for severe thunderstorms, and unfortunately cannot rule out a tornado as well.
And some of the heaviest rain right now indicated in red, about to go over the far eastern portion of Long Island and throughout southern Rhode Island at the moment. And what a mess right now in New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Absolutely. This severe thunderstorm warning for Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties, Brick included, heads up out until 6:15 Eastern time, damaging winds and heavy rain likely.
Keep it tuned into the Weather Channel. Coming up next, Weather Underground. Don't go anywhere.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms likely, low 70. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 83. Chance of rain, 60%. Friday night, a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 66. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Coming up next on Weather Underground, a severe thunderstorm watch right now in the Northeast, including New York City. We break down the latest timing for damaging winds and hail.
Dangerous flash flooding, also a major concern tonight. See who's at risk and where it increases again tomorrow.
What was Tropical Depression 4 impacting Florida right now with flooding rains. But what happens when it moves into the Gulf of Mexico? We'll explain why it won't need a name to cause significant effects.
Plus, terrifying moments caught on video as a massive landslide overtakes cars in China. We'll show you why scenes like this could be happening very soon right here in the U.S.
Hey, big guy. And 11 puppies pulled to safety as heavy rainfall threatened to collapse the underground cave they called home. Find out how they were found next on Weather Underground. Give me all the puppies!
I know some of them are mine.
Oh, they're so cute. are so cute. Hey, welcome into Weather Underground on this Thursday. I'm Alex Olson.
And I'm Mark Elliott. Obviously, Mike Bettis is out on assignment tonight, so we're covering it for you. And we've got rounds of storms targeting the country. Some have already left their mark.
Yeah, I want to show you the scene in Somerville, Massachusetts. This yesterday after 1.78 inches. So if you round up, it is 1.8 inches of rain. Streets turned into rivers. Look at that. You could see more rain over the next few days. Mark, take a look at Buffalo, New York earlier today, where more than 2 inches of rain fell in just 6 hours.
And time after time after time, cars driving through the flooded roads. I don't know what we have to do to make this stop happening. I mean, earlier in the week, maybe you get $1 every time you actually find a road that doesn't have water on it. But man, it is frustrating, especially when there's cars stalled out already and then others driving on in. Don't put yourself or the rescuers at risk, people. It's not worth it. Meanwhile, we've got plenty of storms to watch, including one that had a tornado warning. Good news, that is no more, but we can get a little bit closer in here, show you where the storms are still kicking. And we've got this line right through central Jersey. It is training, my friends, meaning like cars on a track going over the same areas time and time again. On the Pennsylvania side of things, Bucks and Montgomery counties, you have a severe thunderstorm warning going until 6:30. And then down towards the Jersey Shore, if you're in Long Branch, if you're almost all the way to Toms River, it is this Boeing segment that has a lot of wind energy along with it. Let's check out if we have any wind reports that have come in from these storms so far, and we do have a couple of them that are starting to come in, including one right along the coastline. Brick Township, 45-mile-per-hour winds. That could continue to increase as the storms continue to move on through. Alex, over to you.
All right, I got to talk timing. You know, we're seeing problems in the air, on the road, some of those roadways through eastern Pennsylvania. It is a long, slow wait this evening. Here's a look at your forecast for the airports, and we're not doing much better. A lot of long waits there as well. Nearly 3 hours in Boston because of the weather. We've got the clouds, the rain. New York City, just about an hour and 15 minutes, over an hour and a half at Philadelphia International Airport. So problems once again this evening up and down the East Coast thanks to the rain showers, the storms. Here's your future radar showing a lot of this continues to move off the coast. So even by about 8 o'clock, most locations do look good. We'll see a few showers lingering into interior parts of the Northeast as we head into the overnight. Now, you get up early tomorrow morning with some rain, thunderstorms, but tomorrow afternoon we think more severe weather possible. This is today's severe zone. Parts of Massachusetts through about South Jersey, northern Delaware, say around Wilmington, all the way back into parts of Missouri. Tomorrow we'll again be watching parts of the Northeast for that threat of hail, damaging winds, and flooding rainfall. Mark, we've seen plenty of that today.
Yeah, you know, I wish we could say it's just one little section of the country, but no, it's pretty widespread at this point. A major concern across portions of Ohio, also Illinois. On the left, homes and businesses surrounded by high water. Officials say the water is 5 feet deep in some spots, and a state of emergency has been declared in Lake County, Illinois. On the right, water rescues taking place in Hebron. That's 30 miles east of Columbus. Heavy rain dropping more than 2.5 inches in just 6 hours, and there's still flooding going on across the area. You can clearly see the boundary that's kicking up all these storms. Right now, this is the visible imagery, and look at this, right through Cincinnati, storms across Indiana, into Illinois, continuing all the way back into Kansas, where now we've got this arching segment where storms are blowing up. They look like cauliflower tops across this area. As we turn on the radar picture within the same area, you can see these clusters of storms that have really gotten going. The good news here is that they are progressing decently across Illinois and Indiana, so maybe not as much of a flood threat. But as we look back towards Kansas, these have the potential of going severe. Not too much in the way of hail just yet, but it's something that we do have to watch for as we go through the rest of the kind of the late afternoon, early evening hours. Already some estimates here, Alex, of hail size getting up to about that 2-inch in diameter. So we're pretty close to severe criteria now.
Yeah, I would imagine we'll start seeing warnings on those. Mark, thank you. Let's time things out for folks.